Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Sirianatarot. This is going to be a singles new love reading for my dearest Leos. Leo, we're going to take a look at who's coming towards you in love, and if these messages resonate with you, I am going to ask that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I have those links down below. And also this week's Pick a Card reading is live, Who's Secretly Thinking About You, so that will be linked to this video, but you can also find that link down below in the description box. If you want to show me some love over there, or you feel interested or drawn to that reading. Again, it's Who's Secretly Thinking About You, Leo. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what clear messages, advice, and guidance come through. All right, so we see the Tower. So your person could be an Aries or Scorpio, or they come into your life really unexpectedly. All right, we see the World card in reverse, fixed energy, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. They're viewing you as the Two of Wands. And the connection, we see the Nine of Swords in reverse, okay? And we see the Emperor in reverse. Okay, Leo, it looks like you have someone here. I'm getting a little bit of a warning energy here about this person coming into your love life. The Tower could indicate this person's a bit of a force to be reckoned with, but I don't love the Emperor showing up in reverse here. It tells me this person could be a bit of a player. It tells me that this person, I don't know, maybe has a bit of a temper, breaks things when they're angry. So I'm not really loving that energy here for you. But let's see, it could also just be somebody here who's going to surprise you with their feelings for you, and they're really not feeling that confident, or they're not where they want to be in life or in their business. So we'll see. They're showing up for a reason. All right, and we see the Three of Swords in reverse. This might be somebody here that wants to heal things with you. For others of you, this may be someone here that with the Three of Swords in reverse has been holding back because they're healing from something that was shocking for them. You know, they may have been married and, you know, their person up and asked for a divorce out of nowhere, or they found out someone was cheating on them or something like that. Yeah, we see the Queen of Swords energy. It does look like this person's ex still affects them in some capacity. Now, obviously, Leo, this could be an ex of yours. But I feel like with this Queen of Swords in reverse, this person has a really nasty ex. They may have even been in an abusive relationship. So that Emperor energy may not be your person's energy. It may be whom they had to deal with in the past. But it does look like they're seeing things clearly. They filed for divorce. They're separated. They're where they need to be. They're ready for something new. So I knew there was a reason this energy was coming through here. Let's see, what else do my Leos need to know about this person? You know, you may even help this person heal or get through this in some capacity. They own their own business, so they invest effort and creativity into personal fulfillment and wealth. They could be a fellow Leo here. They're positive, they're passionate, they're playful, they're strong, they're resilient. Tower energy, this person's going to come into your life. Some of you, I'm getting, this could be like an old friend of yours or someone you haven't seen for a while. Maybe somebody you dated a really long time ago, and then, you know, your lives took different directions, and like you both find yourself single later on. Because there's definitely this serendipity. Like some of you might run into this person. I don't know if it's at a reunion or at like a friend's house or at the grocery store, and boom, you're both single, right? That's kind of the energy I'm getting. And we also see Aries energy. So it does look like this person's world has been turned upside down, possibly due to a marriage not working out, or being in this like abusive relationship, or dealing with somebody toxic. But this person is coming through as strong and resilient, twice Leo, which you are as well. They're a risk taker, so they're willing to take a risk or a leap of faith here with you. They have a carefree, youthful personality. All right, and with the World in reverse, this person might be somebody who's very different from you, Leo. So come from a very different background, different race, religion, tradition, or culture from your own. Some of you, they might be at a distance. Some of you might be, and I say reconnecting, because for some of you, it's somebody you know from like high school, or you grew up with this person, or, you know, you dated way back when, you know, or something like that. But it doesn't have to mean that there was even romantic involvement between the two of you. Maybe you were coworkers or something. But for some of you, you know, they're going to look you up online, or this is a distance connection. We see this person may be Canadian, or there may be some sort of Canadian connection here. All right, so again, you know, maybe you live in Canada, they live in Canada, maybe, you know, you guys worked, you know, winters in, you know, ski lodges in Canada or something together, like you name it. It doesn't necessarily mean that this person is Canadian. And these are very specific messages. So they're going to be confirmation for some of you, but they're not going to resonate with all of you, okay? This person may be blonde, same goes for that. And we get this triple energy of surprise. So this is going to be some sort of big, pleasant surprise for you, Leo. Oh, I love this. All right, I feel like this, I feel there's a sense of familiarity here between you and this person. Okay, let's see. Also, Leo, you came through in the Cancer reading, so if you want to check that out. And the messages weren't the same by any means, but there was some energy of reconciliation there. All right. This person wears a meaningful accessory often. Okay, so something that means a lot to them. I'm getting it could be something you gave them once upon a time, but it kind of feels like it might be something that's from like a family member, something that gives them strength is what I'm getting. They met you more than a year ago, so there's this energy of potentially knowing this person. They may have a tendency to be forgetful or late, and this person may use their middle name. They either go by their middle name or you know, or they like to add it to their first name. They sign their first and middle name. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know about this person? All right, so for some of you, they have been at a distance from you. Some of you, they're moving back to where you are. You know, if you're, you know, they moved away for a while, they're coming back. It could be that they're coming back to your place of work. I just get like a return here in some capacity. And if you don't know this person, if you don't have any history with this person, maybe wherever you live, again, they left and they're coming back, and that's when you meet them. But they're coming back after some major life change. All right, we see this person may feel in some respects, Leo, that they're a little bit empty-handed. Again, if a marriage collapsed or something like that, they might, yeah, I just kind of feel like this person wishes they had more to give is what I'm getting. So they may be just getting back on their feet. And we see thoughts. This person is definitely somebody very pensive. They may be somebody very creative. I'm also getting the gifts that they do give you, Leo, whether they're large or small. They're going to be extremely thoughtful gifts, but they may not be like, you know, big money gifts, right? So it's like they're going to be very meaningful gifts. All right. All right. So they're viewing you as the Two of Wands. So they might also, I kind of get there's an energy of longing here. So maybe this person has been longing for you or is a secret admirer. And I kind of think it's interesting how her back is to us with this Two of Wands. So, or to this person rather. So again, I think this person might know that you don't see them coming or that you don't expect this message from them. But it feels like there's some sort of distance here between the two of you. Now that can be in time or space, okay? We see the Lovers in reverse. They might be a little bit worried that you have other options, that you've moved on, that you're dealing with somebody else, that you're not interested in some sort of commitment here. They're very physically attracted to you. And with the Page of Wands, Leo, they're really, really hoping that you're going to take a leap of faith with them. All right, regardless of whom they might be. All right, they feel like they can trust you, although they might know, Leo, that you've heard gossip about them. Maybe they've been trying to get intel or gossip about you. And they see you as the vampire archetype, so makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. To me, what I get is they feel like you were always somebody that would tell it to them straight. You were always you weren't the type of friend or, you know, or partner or whatever that would just, you know, BS them or sugarcoat things, that you would always be, you know, you would always tell it to them straight. Now, the relationship, we see the Nine of Swords in reverse. So I am actually getting there's potential for this to be a very healing connection in some capacity. All right. Spirit saying it's safe to make the move you're considering or take a leap of faith with this person. Trust your intuition, Leo. Okay, and you've learned the spiritual lesson. So you've learned your karmic lesson. So you can really trust what feels right for you at this point in time. Okay. All right, let's see. Anything else we need to know about this person or this connection? All right, we get friendly support. So some of you, they're going to reach out as friends. For others of you, we see fairies, guides, and friends giving aid. So you could be set up with friends, or, a friend could be talking to you about this person. All right, and we see that whether this is a reconnection or it's somebody new here, Leo, as you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. Okay. What else do we need to know about this person or this relationship? What else do we need to know about this person or this relationship? Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. Double tower energy though. So it does look like this person has been through a tower moment that's bringing them straight to your doorstep. But I'm also seeing that this person, even if they feel like they're coming a little bit empty-handed or they're rebuilding, when they meet you, there's this potential for solid foundation and success. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So yeah, you might meet this person at a time of transition or change for them. All right, and we see bouquet, compliments from an admirer. So again, I do think this person's going to give you sweet and thoughtful gifts, but maybe not like big money gifts, okay? Repeating message there. Or at least not right now, because maybe they're a little bit tight is what I'm getting. All right. Or tight with money, but not like as a personality trait. All right, any important dates or times for my Leos? Allow the process. And some of you, it may be happening as early as next week. All right, my lovely Leos, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.